Okay, so in this video, I'm going to teach you how to evaluate algebraic expressions. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to refresh our memory on what a variable is. So a variable is a symbol and it's usually a letter. Usually a letter. That stands for an unknown number. So it's something that we don't know. Remember, variable means change. So it's a value that could possibly change. So for example, let's say I order pizza and I'm going to eat a certain number of slices, but I don't really know how many slices of pizza I'm going to eat. I know I'm going to eat some pizza, but maybe I'll have 2, maybe I'll have 8. I really don't know. So I could say the variable, which represents the number of slices of pizza I'm going to eat tonight, is P, because it might be a little, it might be a lot. I'm not quite sure yet. An algebraic expression is an expression that contains variables, numbers, and letters. Now remember, an expression is different from an equation because it does not have an equal sign. So it contains variables, so remember those are in letters, numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, on and on and on, and operations. Remember, operations are add, subtract, multiply, divide. Now to evaluate an algebraic expression means to find the value of it given specific values for each variable. So if I tell you, I don't know how many slices of pizza I'm going to eat, but I know that I will eat double the amount as my friend who's going to eat pizza with me. So if my friend ate 2 pieces of pizza and I'm going to eat double, I'll have 4. If my friend eats 4 pieces of pizza, I'm going to have double, I'll eat 8. So that's what we call evaluating expressions. So I'll give you a value for a variable, and then you find the answer based on that. And we'll do some examples if this is really confusing. So step 1 when you're evaluating is you have to what we call substitute the given value for each variable. So if I tell you that the variable m is equal to 10, then you're going to substitute 10 for that variable. Step 2, evaluate the numerical expression using order of operations. So remember, we learned about order of operations quite a while ago, and order of operations is just BEDMAS. So brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. All right. Don't forget, a number next to a variable means to multiply. All right, let's do some examples. So if this is really confusing right now, keep watching. I really think it'll make a lot more sense once we get a little further in the video. So we've got a few examples. Evaluate each algebraic expression when A equals 5 and B equals 2. So now we've been given values for these variables, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight them because they're very important, and I don't want to forget. So first one says 3a. Now remember, when there is a number right beside a variable, that means multiplication. So this means 3 times a. So step 1 is to substitute the given value for each variable. So we were told that a equals 5. So I'm going to write 3, and then I'm going to substitute in for a 5. But I can't just write 5. Because if I write 5, that looks like a 35, and that's not what we want. So I have to do 3, and then I have to write my 5 in brackets. So whenever you are substituting, you need to make sure that you put it in brackets. All right, because instead of this being 35, it's actually 3 times 5, which we know is 15. 15 is very different from 35. Let's do another one here. 5 plus b. So I'm going to keep the 5 and I'm going to keep the plus, but I have to change the b for a 2. Now remember, when we are substituting, you need to put that number in brackets. So I'm going to write brackets 2. Now my problem is 5 plus 2, and we all know that that is 7. So 7 is my answer. Hope you're getting it a little bit more. Let's do a little bit of a harder one. 2a plus b. So now I have both of the variables in the same expression. So I'm going to replace this a with a 5, but I'm not just going to write 5. I have to put 5 in brackets, then plus 2, but I have to put that 2 in brackets as well. Now we've got a lot going on here, so we need to remember to follow FEDMAS. So you start off with brackets, but there's nothing to do inside these brackets. There are no operations in the brackets, so we're just going to leave them. Then it's exponents. There are no exponents. Then it's division multiplication. Remember, a number beside a number in brackets means multiplication. So the first thing I'm going to do is 2 times 5. That gives me 10. Then I'm going to bring down the rest of it, plus 2. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 12 is my answer. Last example. A subtract B. So I'm going to replace A with 5 in brackets. I'm going to leave the subtraction, and I'm going to replace B with 2 in brackets. So now I have 5 subtract 2, which gives me an answer of 3. Okay, guys, I want you to continue working in the slides. If you have questions about this or you need more help, please let me know. I'm going to upload a copy of these notes, and there will be a clickable link to look at them in the slides. See you later.